Everyone who desires to give has the opportunity. We give thanks for these offerings, for the love that they represent, for the joy in our hearts of our ability to fulfill the law of giving and receiving. We know it works. We are delighted that we have set it into motion. And so it is, I say. Questions? Comments?
Hey, if y'all wanna we got questions. If y'all wanna talk about Troy Davis, open dialogue, that's cool. I ain't got no problem with that. That's very important. Matter of fact, I would like to talk about that. But Mario, you got any questions? You got a question, brother?
I just got a quick comment. Brother, you know what I'm saying? Glad to be in time, Brad. And it's just good to see you involved every time you speak. And your diligence and your studying. And very well spoken, brother.
Oh, good looking, brother. Good looking. Yeah, so before, go ahead. No, after you ask the question, make sure.
Okay, brother. Outstanding job, brother. Appreciate what you did. You mentioned one virtue that the other 10 were up under one virtue, and I actually missed that thought. What did you mean?
Oh, they all pretty much, I see what you're saying. When I said one virtue, I mean all of them were pretty much the same. If you heard throughout my speech, I was kind of like making, not redundant statements, but I pretty much said, I made a point about another virtue that coincides with another virtue. Meaning, like steadfast is a purpose and evidence of having a mission in life. They're pretty much the same thing, though. They give a purpose and identifying what you was put here in this realm to do. So I'm saying when you're dealing with symbolic, there's only really one virtue. It's just broken down in different ways and different ways to apply it. You dig what I'm saying? So it's 10 virtues, but it all will be intertwined into one. You dig? That's what I mean, one virtue. Like one ma'at, God's ma'at, but you got 7 principles. You got 42 declarations. How many declarations is it? About 177, almost 200. So you got different declarations, affirmations, but it's only one ma'at. You dig what I'm saying? But they all can be under the umbrella ma'at that's broken down different ways, though, because we all got different ways of thinking. You got different ways how we handle things. You did different fingerprints. You dig what I'm saying? So it's like we're all under the human being. Some of us are revolutionaries, some of us are Uncle Tom. We all different, but, got different ways to handle things. But it's all one. Hey, come here. Go get the microphone, pass it on. Do your cool walk. Give it up to Brother Kevon. He's got my brother up here. Yes, Brother Kevon.
I want to just to your mother.
Okay.
You gave him to us, but he's ours now.
They're going to fight you for that. Yeah, man, I'm happy my mom was able to come today. My mom right here. Come here, Mom. Hey. That's my mom. She give her. My hair is big. It's kind of big. It's the same size it was. She was pregnant with me. And if she didn't see, she's probably still being pregnant with me. So I love her dearly, my mom. Speaking, she's a good speaker too, though. It actually runs in my family, though. She was an evangelist. My auntie was a speaker in religious science, right? Minister of religious science. And we had my uncle was a speaker in certain Fortune 500 companies, so it's kind of in my genes to speak. It's in my genes. This is where it gets, like my picture. All right, loved ones. Hotep and Hakeem.
Yeah. I just want to tell you, brother, I'm just really, really proud of your growth. And I can say this, I'll be 70 in a few days. And this Grasshopper is a real peculiar individual. I haven't seen anybody
learning. And he is not one just to learn to talk. You know, he's becoming the things that he's learning. So I'm just proud to be amongst the group of people that he comes to. And I just want to say that you have made me grow. Being associated with you has made me a better man, a better father.
Like I said, it's all collective. It's not just about me, and I really mean that. It's not just about me. Like I said, you said the first step of elders. Really listen to them, not just on events. I know we had a great event for Queen Mother that speaks from the Spirit, Queen Mother Nas a few months ago, but she needs to go and visit her. If you can, at least call her and chop it up with her though. That's where you learn about gentlemanship, not mentoring. When you talk with them in their everyday walks of life, you dig? Because with events, you got people constantly talking to people, it's a social thing. But when you talk to them and build relationships, that's the difference between building relationships and just being associates. You talk to those when they just pretty much living day-to-day life. And that's where the change is going to take place. I'm fond of saying events is not just, let me finish real. No, you the queen. You the elder, go. I stop.
I enjoy you.
Yes, thank you.
And 93. Grasshopper is going to speak. I said, let me get close. And here, very important.
Give her a hand. Give her a hand. Thank you. You were inspiring me, Queen. Remember last year, I got on my knee in active position. You remember that? Yes. Thank you again. Oh, by the way, elders. You already said it. Was I cool? Did I? Was I alright? That's big. You probably do it young.
There was a couple of things that I wanted to speak to you on. Your Grasshopper, I never heard you speak before, but I've always seen you around here, and you've had some concern for my health and the frowns that I've had on my face and that kind of stuff. But I have studied spiritually for quite some time, and I wanted to say that spirituality, that's part of those virtues, to me, is not a physical thing. It's an inner process. And after a while of people studying and becoming aware of their self and their mastery, they become spiritual. Okay.
What we call the hidden, esoteric. Like Baba K.
Hidden, esoteric, the occult.
Exactly. This is the container right here. This is the symbol. This is the body right here. But the hidden, the spirit, the soul is what's making it move. You dig? That's why we don't, as ancestors, we don't really believe in death, but passing on
No, we don't.
Ancestral realm or going to the heavens or to paradise. That's why we call them ancestors. Stay here. We want them to stay spirit to be here because their spirit is lumberating all throughout the galaxy. And that's why we do libation. It's very important not to just have it saturated here in these walls, but to take it to your job, take it to your school, and allow it to spread. You know what I'm saying? Spirit, even if you're not there physically.
Well, I go to the ancestors for my needs.
That's what it is, yes.
I go to higher self for my needs. I go to a higher plane for my needs. I have had some difficulties physically, but my spirit is on a higher plane and helping me to develop. This lady right here, when I came back here from New Jersey, she pulled me in here and she said, the ancestors want to talk to you. And matter of fact, I have had conversation. So spirituality is in a higher plane than physical.
It's religion is using the spirit, like you said, that's within you, and reconnecting to the spirit outside of you. That's why it's important to meditate, to have communication with your ancestors. When you go on through trying times, to have communication with your ancestors, with the He-She creator. Like everything else, it's yin and yang, you did? Once again, going through a downfall, even in spirituality, it can be tested, it can be strengthened, even through the outside cosmos. Because long before they was the Europeans, we always knew in the power and the force behind the cosmological, universal order of things. It's just our job to reconnect and return to our greatest like Sam Coker, so we have a promise in the future. And that's with spirituality. You did? Because many of us have been not brainwashed, we brain stained. You know what I'm saying? We brain damaged, and we need a brainwashing of John Henry Clark. You know, we need a brainwashing of a Sheikh Assadia. We need our brains to be washed, the teachings of America Rod and so many others we have here today. That's why I tell you it's very important to get jealous, you did? Not just have a cosign in certain events. Get jealous. I'm telling you, if you sit the footsteps of elders, you're running college students off the face of the earth. Spiritually, politically, religiously, you know what I'm saying? Socially, practically, because they come elders. The greatest means of learning is through experience. You did? And the KB, he's 70, I'm 32. I've never been 70, but he's been 32. You know what I'm saying? You dig what I'm saying? You dig what I'm saying? So, that's elders. Are you 63? I've never been that. You've been 32 though. And you got 31 years on you. You dig what I'm saying? So I'll be a fool not to listen to you. It's about us connecting, just that acting ability, you dig? And it's gonna happen. Don't underestimate it. Boy, this is another thing. Lots of underestimate people because I'm going to be out there and everything. You put him on the mouth. Like, I didn't know he's involved in so many things. Or you think low key and everything. I'm involved in lots of stuff. I get the pop. You know what I'm saying? The very way I get the pop. You know? And that's one reason I don't speak that much. And I promise y'all, I'll make sure that I'm making a copy of this speech. I got a speech that I did last year that is still maybe collecting dust right now, you did, because I really have not pursued a public speaking career, you did. This might be one of my gifts, you did, as far as speaking. But I do a whole lot of other stuff, though, that don't allow me to speak as I would like to. You know, my second speech this year? Yeah. So that's one of the critiques I get. I get crazy. Exactly, yeah. So, you know, but they said they push it up, speak a little more, though. That's what they're saying, push it, you know. So, we'll see, though, but yeah. So the body whole lot stuff. What's up, man?
Yeah, not speaking. I don't want to offend anybody, but one of our great black generals, freedom fighters, once said, and I say to you, my brothers and sisters, I say to you, that an oppressed class which does not learn and strive to acquire arms and to use arms only deserves to be treated like slaves. We cannot forget, unless we become bourgeois, opportunists, and pacifists, that we are living in a class society. And there is no way out of this society, and there can be none that's set by the means of class struggle. Whether this society is based upon serfdom, slavery, or as at present, wage labor, the oppression class on. That's all I have to say.
When you, I want to say some of that. Now, check this out, man. We talk about justice. Yes, anybody right frame of mind, right frame of thinking, want to have peace and justice. But every now and then,